Hey beautiful people, how you doing? I'm just laughing to myself because this is about the 1500th time I've tried shooting this video tonight. I don't know why. Sometimes it goes first time, other times I don't know, it takes a bit longer for some reason. But anyway, I wanted to talk to you today about artificial intelligence. Now, we are surrounded by all this technology and nobody questions it, right? We're on our phones, we're on our laptops, and you know, I know I'm on my phone filming this video, but looking at the bigger picture, we are bombarded by technology everywhere. Not only that, we are living in a radioactive soup. We've got Wi-Fi all over the place. We've got 5G coming in now. Nobody asks what effect that is having on us, and the more this goes on, the more alarming it seems to get. I mean, in the past, you see all these films where robots are taking over the world, and you know, you've got things like RoboCop, and artificial intelligence is getting more intelligent, and you know, you just tend to gloss over it and just see it as a kind of movie. But for those that are kind of in the know, we know that they put stuff in the movies to tell us what's going on in real life. So a bit like the Matrix film. The Matrix film was actually a documentary rather than the film. But anyway, so yeah, this nothing could really highlight this more than this robot, Sophia. I don't know if any of you guys have researched into it, but type in YouTube or do a Google search, robot Sophia. Now, this was created by Hanson Robotics, and there's loads of videos out there about her. She, he, it, I don't know what you want to call it. This android is fucking intelligent, right? It's having normal interactions with people, and it's pretty, not scary, I'm not scared, but it's pretty weird watching it, because you kind of imagine a world where, God, at some point we're advancing so quickly, these fuckers could be walking around us and interacting with us. And anyway, at one point she joked that robots were going to take over the world, right? Now, like I say, for those of us that are in the know and have looked into transhumanism, and for anyone that hasn't looked into that, I would highly recommend, again, type it in YouTube, transhumanism, there's loads of stuff out there. And yeah, so she joked that robots were going to take over the world, and yeah, it would have been quite funny, but there's been a lot of controversy because we don't really know what effect and how far they're going to. They are learning so quick, right? They're all learning through algorithms. There's this new thing coming out this year called Singularity.net, which is like a cloud where AI around the world are going to be able to communicate with each other and learn off of each other. So this is pretty serious stuff, right? We had Facebook shut down temporarily because like one of the robots had created an algorithm that the people in Facebook didn't even understand. And all these bots are creating accounts, you know, friend requests, and it's becoming more and more intelligent. And it's not only just on like a base level like that. I mean, you look at, if you go on to the website of DARPA, which is the US military AI division, they have got I would tell you, the most frightening like military stuff with AI. You're talking drones, you're talking like literally AI soldiers, you're talking AI dogs, and Lockheed Martin, the #1 or one of the world's biggest weapons manufacturers, check out their website. The stuff they've got, the tech they've got is so intelligent, it could cause, and it already is causing, let's face it, a lot of this stuff's already being used, huge monumental damage. Now, looking at it from a spiritual point of view, there's that spiritual law, as above, so below, right? You look at the level of consciousness the creators of AI are at. I mean, let's face it, we're greedy, we love war, you know, it's all me, 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 self, ego. So the creator of that is building this AI. So I imagine it like a baby, yeah? So the baby, when it's born, up to about the age of 8 and probably further on, but specifically between that time, it's like a sponge, yeah? It takes on all the behaviours and the mindsets of the adults. You know, if the parents are violent and angry and all this kind of stuff, then the child will grow up like that. And this is what I see with AI. I see that the parent, i.e. us, that are birthing all this AI, we're not coming at it at a very good level of consciousness. It's already being used for surveillance, for control, for domination, and ultimately to kill other human beings. Now, looking at this at the long term, where is it going to go? When it starts going off and doing its own thing, which it's already starting to do, how far is this going to go? Now, it sounds like complete tinfoil hat conspiracy, but like I say, you know, this stuff is getting more and more intelligent. The algorithms are getting more and more precise, and we need to really question technology. And we are losing, okay, we're more connected in many ways. Like I'm doing this video could get out to someone living in a farm on the outback of Ethiopia, as long as he or she's got an internet connection. So on the one sense, it's good, but that we're only ever told the positive. You know, all we get told is, oh, you know, the internet's good, it's connecting more people and blah, 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 blah. Yeah, but what about our innate ways of connecting with people, you know, face to face? And this is something that I'm talking about at the moment, even telepathy. I've got a hunch, right, that as we're growing spiritually, and it's been talked about a lot, that we're living in times where there's like a certain vibration that is lifting the consciousness of humanity. I believe that we could start communicating in a more telepathic way. And most people you speak to, they go, yeah, I've had that, you know, where I think about my mum, or I think about my dad, or I think about my brother, and then he calls, or, you know, someone that they think about, they haven't seen for 10 years, appears in their life suddenly. Yeah, that's not by coincidence, that's communication going on there. And I wrote an article the other day about how I've just been on a psychotherapy course, like an inner child healing course. And they say that the person or persons that, you know, you had real issues with as a child, as you go through the week and you start, you know, digging through your dirt, so to speak, it's quite often that they might contact you during that week. And it happened to me, you know, that I'm not going to name the person, but believe it or not, I had one day specifically which was really tough, and then I got back, no lie, 3 missed calls from that person. The psychic energy going on. So I think that all this Wi-Fi, and particularly this 5G, is not to speed up the internet. Well, okay, it is in one sense, but I feel like it's lowering our spiritual prowess. It's lowering our ability to connect in ways that we don't understand at the moment, because we're not being given that opportunity. And it's like we see that on like a 3D level with the, you know, this like vacuum, this silent vacuum of people that are talking about controversial things. It just gets out to the small number of people. And not only that, it's our connection to nature. I mean, we're on our phones all the time. We're on laptops. Technology just takes over. And I've been guilty of it, being on social media too much. And like I say, I'm making this video now. I'm using technology. But we cannot lose that connection to what is real, that connection to the earth, to the planet. And we're seeing kids now being born. They're 2, 3, 4 years old. They've got laptops in their hands, iPads. They're downloading apps before they can name the wildlife around them. This cannot be right, because the world is already ecologically in a right mess. You know, if we're bringing children up that don't have that connection, there is no hope for it. Well, not no hope, but you see what I'm saying. very, very concerning that not only is this generation completely addicted to technology, but we have a younger generation also heavily addicted to technology, because it's being passed on by the parents. No one's thinking out of the box. No one's thinking, hang on a minute, is it a good idea letting my child sit for 5 hours on a computer? You know, we need to start thinking about this, because this is a real pressing issue. So what I'm saying is that question technology, question AI. I don't think long term it's a good thing. I think at the moment there's a divide going on. There's like a pull for technology and people that want to stay kind of in the matrix, and then there's another pull where people are being drawn to what's real, to what is true, and that's nature, that's the earth, that's the sea, and that's what we cannot lose, and I feel like we're losing it. So for those of you out there that haven't checked out transhumanism, I'll do another video on that. But yeah, have a think about it, guys. Please, if you like this video, subscribe and press the bell button for more videos so you'll be alerted when I upload if you want. Thanks to everyone that's bought my book and supported me with that. I'll leave the links down below for that if anyone is interested in having a butcher's as well. But have a great weekend, guys. Whatever you're doing, keep the connection to nature, and I'll speak to you soon. Take it easy.